Hey guys, and welcome back to Simply Fabulous Creations. Today on my channel we are going to be creating a look using 99.9999% drugstore products. I am going to try my best to only use drugstore and no high-end. Let's see how it works out. I mean, I have all of this stuff laid out. It's been a minute that I just do like only drugstore. I do love my high-end products, but I always do try to include certain drugstore products in my everyday looks that I create, especially like with the blush. Everybody knows I love my Luminoso, but it's not in this video because I'm trying to be fair and show you guys that I do have other blushes besides the Milani Baked Blush Luminoso. So without further ado, if you guys want to see what look I create using these drugstore products that I have laid out in front of me, then keep on watching and let's get started. But before, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you guys could stay up to date with any future videos that I upload. Don't forget to become a member of my Fab Squad and subscribe to my channel. Leave mama some love in the comment section below, like this video, and follow me on Instagram at Simply Fabulous Creations with a K. And now that we got that out of the way, let's get this glam started. Alright, and for eyebrows, I'm going to go in with ColourPop Brow Boss in the shade Soft Black. I only used this like maybe like once or twice, and I just didn't like it that one time that I used it because I didn't feel it was as dark. Now, mind you, I do use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Granite, and so that one is like the perfect shade for me. Alright, so you guys get it. I'm going to finish filling in both of my eyebrows and then I'll be back. Yes, definitely not a super fan of this one. Like, I feel like I have to put so much pressure on the pencil just to color it in, and it's like a little rough on the eyebrows, whereas the Brow Wiz and the NYX one, it just like glides on. Oh, and the Benefit one, the Precisely My Brow, like I love that one. Alright guys, so I watch Juicy Jess on YouTube. Anyways, she's a YouTuber and she's great. I love her videos, and she does a lot of like drugstore stuff on her video, and she's always raving about these Ulta Beauty full coverage liquid concealer. They're waterproof and they're supposed to be like a great dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. Bought a few of them because they had buy one get one 50% off, and this is my first time using it, so normally I do buy like 2 shades. Just if I do buy one that's a little bit darker, I can lighten it up using the other one. The other 2 were not in stock, so I had to order it online. Those are going to be more for like my makeup kit. So I'm going to put a little bit on my hand, and then using a Morphe M42 brush like this, I'm going to dip into it and I'm just going to carve out my brows. Also, I'm going to apply whatever's left over all over my lid so that it can act as a primer. I like to grab a fluffy brush, that way I can like blend out the concealer underneath the brow. And then with the beauty blender, I just like to go over top just to like remove any excess that there may be and any creases. But I think that the only thing that I don't have so far that is drugstore is my primer, because I used to have like this Wet n Wild one a while back and I think I threw it out because it was like expired or something. So yeah, so the only thing I'm going to use is, because I have to use it, is my primer, my Benefit Professionals primer, right? I don't have a primer. Yeah, I don't have a primer. So yeah, this is the only thing that I'm going to use that's like high-end, right? I love this stuff. For foundation, we're going to go in with the L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Makeup. This has titanium dioxide sunscreen, broad spectrum, SPF 15, and this is in the shade Sand Beige W5. This is my favorite Drugstore foundation. I've been using it for years. It just gives you the most luminous and dewy skin, and I do get tons and tons of compliments whenever I go out and I've applied this foundation. I'm gonna use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Now I bought this because I was gonna do like this really cool makeup tree, and then I realized that like I was really ambitious and that was gonna be super like expensive, and I really wasn't trying to spend all that money this year to do that. So I ended up switching it, and this was like an ornament. It came in like a little ornament packaging, and I have a few of them that are like little, and I was like, you know what, like maybe next year or the year after I'll do it, and I'll start buying like the little makeup ornaments ahead of time just to like fill in the tree. But yeah, oh my god, like the lighting in here is like awful. Like I feel like I look really yellow there, but like in person it doesn't look that way. I mean, this shade is like more like my summer shade. I am a little bit lighter, but we're gonna drag it down the neck because we don't care. We're gonna make it work because we're doing drugstore. So just buff it in. Yeah, I love this brush. It just does a really good job. I actually would like to buy like the full size just because like my daughter keeps on coming in here and she sees it so cute and little and tiny that she wants to like play with them. So after I apply it with that brush, I do like to kind of like just use my beauty blender and just kind of press it in. Okay, so for concealer, I'm gonna go in with that Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Concealer, and I'm gonna mix the shades Medium Cool and a Light Cool together just to see if it works, because definitely like Medium Cool is too dark for me in this foundation. So I just want to see like if it works good. And I wonder if it will do better with a second coverage, because I applied it on this eye right here, and to tell you the truth, it's not as full coverage as my Shape Tape. That's why I love Shape Tape so much. Like, you only need a little bit, and it really does like cover up any dark circles or anything that you have under your eye. So it's like, it hurts to pay the $30 that it almost costs, but like it's wonderful, and it does last me a long time. I'll apply a little bit more, and I never have to apply this much concealer under my eye, but it's just not bright enough. Some down my nose, middle, my forehead. Now I'm gonna grab the lighter one, and I'm gonna go right over top. And using my beauty blender, I'm going to press it into the skin. Much better. Much better. Definitely with like a second layering of the concealer, it definitely has more coverage on it. And I like it way better. To contour, I'm gonna use the Model's Own foundation stick in the shade, well, number 40, and it looks like this, and I'm just gonna apply it a little bit above like that dip that I have in here, so like right here, and then I'm gonna apply a little bit on the sides of my nose, just a little bit. I'm gonna apply a good amount on my forehead. A little bit right here. The sponge, we're gonna go in. Just press it in, don't rub, just pat, pat, pat. Kind of push it into your hairline, because the sucky thing about having dark hair is that like when I'm doing my makeup, like it shows, and then I have to like go in and like wipe it with like a makeup wipe or something like that, just to like clean it up. But it is what it is. It only happens to me when I have like this super dark hair, because when I've had lighter hair, like you can't really see it. But it's such a drastic like contrast between like the foundation. I'm sorry guys, but I'm getting like a cold, and that's why I'm like sniffling a little bit. Okay, and to set my makeup, or at least under my eyes, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium number 20. Remove any creases that you may have under your eye, and just take a beauty blender, a wet one, and just dip it directly into your powder, and you're gonna gently press under your eye. Oh wow, that looks good. That looks really good. I think I'm gonna even like apply some on my eyelid. This powder is really good. Let me just remove any wrinkles on my eyelid. Oh, I put some powder too close to my brow. Wow, this powder is really good. Now I'm going to take some and I'm going to put some here. Just all over my T-zone. Just set the whole face with this. Wow, this powder is really, how come I didn't pay attention to it before? Really, really nice. I would like to get it a little bit lighter, just to see. So I'm gonna dust off all of this excess powder off of my face, and I'm just gonna leave the under eye area, just because like I don't need all of that extra powder to set on my face. Alright, so we're gonna bronze up the face, and I'm so excited because I used to have this in the lighter shade, and now they came out with the darker shade, and this stuff smells like you're sipping a frozen cocktail underneath a palm tree in one of those little huts or something on a beach somewhere. Just lathered up with like that Hawaiian sunscreen. It smells so good. Like, if you guys have never smelled the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, you don't know what you're missing. And it's so cheap compared to all of the other bronzers out there. And it really is very beautiful. Now, I've never really tried the dark one. This is the deep bronzer. So this is going to be like my first time trying it. But I'm pretty sure that it does just a good of a job as the lighter one did. You just probably don't have to use as much. Yeah, it's way more pigmented than the other one was, I remember. Love this one. I love this one. And with a clean stippling brush, I just like to go in and just buff some of that bronzer down. So I think I'm gonna reach for this Sleek Makeup eyeshadow palette, and this one's the Vintage Romance Morphe M441 blending brush, and I'm gonna dip it into this shade right here. It's like a good transition shade. I'm kind of applying this like if I was gonna do like a halo eye, so I'm going from my inner corner up around, and I'm going out like this, like in circular motions. I'm trying not to like wing it out. You know how I normally do like a smoky cat eye or something? Today we're gonna keep it a little bit more rounded. I'm gonna grab the NYX Professional Makeup Ultimate Shadow Palette, and it looks like this. It's like their colorful palette. This is really cute right here. So this one right here, I'm gonna grab that, and I think it's from Coastal Scents, and it's BR250, and it's just like a blending brush. It's kind of like the Sigma one. It's not as big and fluffy. And the same thing that you were doing with the other shade that we put, where you just like in circular motions, you're doing this. Even if you go over that shade a little bit, like you can, it's fine. We're just applying, and you're gonna grab that MAC 224, and you're just gonna buff that color in. Now if you want it to look a little bit more pigmented, then go in one more time, which I do. Tap off that excess and apply. Okay, so now we're going to cut the crease a little bit in the middle, so we're basically creating a halo eye. And the way that you do that is you grab a concealer, any one that you have. I'm going to grab that Ulta one, and you apply a little dab on your hand, and then you grab a flat shader brush. Some people like the more smaller, more precise brushes, but you know, this one works just fine for me. This is the Morphe M167 eyeshadow brush, and then you're going to apply it onto your eye like this. Now you're not gonna go all the way, you're kind of just gonna like cut in the middle. Using a concealer to then apply the eyeshadow helps out a lot because it makes your eyeshadow more vibrant, especially if you're using like drugstore eyeshadow. Sometimes the pigment is not there right away, like the color payoff, so actually like using a base underneath, like a creamed base that's like lighter or darker, can make a world of a difference. I mean, it'll make a world of a difference no matter what kind of eyeshadow you use, like high-end or drugstore, but you know, it's just good. I'm gonna go in with an eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna dip into this purple shade right here, and I'm gonna apply that all over where we placed the concealer. Let's see how it applies. You're just gonna press that in. Now if you don't have this eyeshadow palette, that's fine. You could use any purple that you may have that's similar or close to this. This is just like a guide. You can really do this with like any color that you want. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Whittle. And this is just going to add a little bit of shimmer, and you're going to apply this right dab in the middle of that purple that you applied. Now these Super Shock shadows are amazing. They're super cheap, and they really do have a lot of pigment, and they feel so like weird, like the texture is like a putty. And honestly, if you're looking for like an eyeshadow that's like easy for like a everyday on the go type thing, they have so many shades. Like they have like more matte, not so glittery. They have glittery ones, just like in different beautiful shades. And these are just easy because you could just swipe them on your eye and you're out the door. So, you know, I'm not going for like a super crazy look. This is just to like add like that extra focus and attention to your eye, the center of your eye. And once you have your eyeliner, if you put some on, or like your lashes or your falsies, this is just gonna look really beautiful. Okay, now back into that sleek eyeshadow, you're going to grab this shade right here, and you're gonna grab a blending brush, and you're just gonna apply a little bit of it right here, kind of like blending in that purple with like that pink, and you're going to use small circular motions. You're going to try to stay in kind of like a little bit on the purple and a little bit on that pink in the outside, and this is just going to be like a really nice transitional shade. And for eyeliner, I'm going to use NYX Matte Liquid Liner. This is like my favorite liquid liner. It's so easy to like go over your lash band to hide your lashes, your falsies when you put them on. But I don't think today I want to do like a wing. And for the waterline, I'm going to tightline with this NYX Eye and Eyebrow Pencil in black. And now I'm gonna grab a flat shader brush and I'm going to dip into that dark purple that we used on the lid, and I'm going to smoke it out on the bottom lash line. Or maybe I should go in with this Super Shock shadow in the shade ISSA, like ISSA look. It looks like this. It's beautiful, and I'm just gonna layer this on top of that purple that we just laid down. Just see what happens. Ooh, child. Oh yeah, it's definitely more vibrant. So I'm only gonna place it like in the middle, and then with the blending brush, I'm gonna smoke it out. Alright guys, so we're just gonna dust off any excess powder that we may have underneath our eyes or fallout. And now it's time for blush, and I'm gonna go in with this Physicians Formula Soft Rose Multicolored Custom Blush. I actually bought this in Marshall's for like $3.99, so I think I got a good deal on this. I don't know if you guys could see it really good. I'm gonna go in with a Vegas Nay blush brush and dip into this. Now I've never used this blush, so I don't know how like pigmented it is, so I don't see anything on the brush. What does that mean? What in the world? I don't see anything. Wait. I don't see anything. What's going on? What's happening? Is this like a topper? With a more dense brush. Okay, so this is the Marc Jacobs blush brush, and this is it goes by number, so this is the number 10 brush. Also, I got this brush at TJ Maxx for like $12.99, and I know that these brushes are like, come on, blush. Okay, now let me tell you something. I'm not seeing this blush. This blush is not coming through, so I gotta back up, and I think I'm gonna use this as a topper for it because Physicians Formula. This is why it was $3 Marshalls. All right, so this is the BURTSBEES blush, and this is in the shade Shy Pink, and I bought this at CVS. Wow, this has pigment because there was like a ton of it that came off. So we're going to apply this to the apples of our cheek. Hello, pigment. Hello. And I'm just going to like dab it first. And now we're going to just swirl in right onto the apples of our cheeks. And we're going to drag it all back. Yeah, this blush. This is some serious blush right here. The Sleek highlighting palette Solstice is how you pronounce it, and it comes with like these 4 little shades. Again, I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. Y13 highlighting fan brush, and I'm gonna dip into these 2 shades right here. Oh yeah, see that? That's a nice highlight. Ooh, child. sort of like the champagne-y color, and I'm gonna bring it down in here. I'm gonna bring it right down, and I'm gonna kind of leave this. Wow, this thing is like really like strong. Alright, so I'm going to grab a pencil brush, and I'm actually gonna dip into like the pinky shade that's down here. So I'm going to take a little bit of setting spray, and I'm going to just spray it, and then I'm going to apply it. See if that makes it. Oh, yes, it does. Much better. Much better. And then I'm just going to press it in gently, and there we go. See that? That's what I wanted. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to apply just a smidge right there at the high point of my brows. And now we're going to set our makeup. And this is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and this smells so good, you guys. And the mist on this is unreal. This has like the best nozzle out of all of the setting sprays. It smells so divine. It's so good, and it's super cheap. Like, it's $15 for this, and you can use like your little coupons or Ulta rewards if you buy it at Ulta. So yeah, it's really, really good. Alright, so for lashes, I'm gonna go in with the Ardell Faux Mink 811s, and I'm gonna trim them, and I'm going to apply them using the Dual Brush On Adhesive Glue, and I'm gonna do that off camera because there's no need to waste time. For my bottom lashes, I'm gonna go in with Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express Mascara, and it's just to like coat them lightly. Okay, and for lips, I'm gonna keep it super simple, and I'm gonna go in with an oldie but a goodie NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Eclair. Look how pretty. You don't need any lip liner, nothing. Oh, back in the day, this is all I used to. Alright guys, this is the completed look, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed creating this look for you guys. If I had to say the one thing that I used today that I just did not like whatsoever, was a complete and utter waste of my money. I want my $4 back. Marshalls, I do. No, sir. It's the Physicians Formula blush thing. Like, honestly, like, you guys saw how I was digging and digging into this second. It just would not show up. I mean, now that I'm like rubbing hard, like, you could barely see that it's on this finger. I think it's like meant either as a topper for somebody, or like for like a blush, or just like if you're super fair, like maybe it'll show up on you, but it just was not working for me. I did not like this. This was the only thing. And then if I had to choose something that like really surprised me, that I was like, oh my god, like this is really good, like honestly, my daughter, she's singing, it's the BURTSBEES blush. This really pulled through for me because the other one just was not working. One was the Shy Pink, and it looked amazing, and honestly just a dab will do you of this thing, because you guys saw it was really pigmented. Like, it had a lot of kickback, and hit your brush once or twice once you dip in it to remove some of that excess, because if not, you're gonna have like some 80s blush cheeks going on, and you don't want that because we're in 2019. Oh, also the Ulta concealer. This is the Ulta Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. I will say this, it's not 100% dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, but it was thick, and it did have coverage. You just have to layer it on twice. Like, one time was not enough for me. I didn't like it when it was just one application, but when I went over top with it a second time, it did work beautifully. It did cover what I had to cover, and yeah, for $9, can't go wrong. And I tried. So this, the blush, and the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep. Now, if you are a super fair person, then this is not the shade for you. Get the regular one because that one is super buildable and you can adjust it as you go and it'll work better for your skin tone. But if you are my complexion, then this one right here is amazing and it's worth every penny. Please get your hands on this because even if it's just for you to like smell it and not even use it, you need this in your life. Out of anything that I use today, you need this in your life because this is where it's at. Physicians Butter Bronzer. Smells like a vacation in a compact. Alright guys, so that is absolutely it. I hope that you guys love my full face drugstore minus the primer. I'm sorry, I tried my best, but I did not have a primer, but I think, you know, I did pretty good. You know, I used everything, lashes, lash glue, even the brushes, except for like that Marc Jacobs blush brush. Everything was a drugstore, and I think that the look looks beautiful. And even though it's freezing and windy outside, inside my room right now, it's summertime. I look like it is summertime. I am bronzy, I am glowing, my eyes are popping, and my lip gloss is looking very juicy. Till next time guys, and remember, keep it classy, keep it sexy, and always stay simply fabulous. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.